has Indonesia made it clear that Russian planes will not only not be based in their country, but that they also won't be rotated through?
Well, look, can I start by talking a little bit about what happened yesterday? I mean, it tells you a lot about Mr. Dutton. It tells you a lot about our government. You know, Mr. Dutton saw a headline and he didn't wait for the facts. I mean, it's not the sort of man you want to be the Prime Minister of the country. He's simply, as I said this morning, too aggro and too reckless to be the Prime Minister of Australia. Now, we know that Indonesia and Russia have had a relationship for a very long time. I think we go back to the time of Menzies. So this is not new. But what is important is how we dealt with this. And we dealt with this by making sure we engaged, as we do, with the Foreign Minister, the Defence Minister, and we have got confirmation that there is no intention for there to be a Russian aircraft base or whatever was reported in Papua.
Have you had conversations with your Indonesian counterpart, like Richard Miles has with the Defence Minister, to clarify whether this request was lodged by Russia and at what level?
Well, look, yes, I have been in regular contact with Foreign Minister Sugiono. And this is the point that Peter Dutton fails to recognise. You know, we have a lot of contact. We have engagement with Indonesia at a personal level. He was here recently in Australia, and he and I have engaged on this issue. I'm not going to canvass what we knew or know about Russia's activity through the media. I would say it is common knowledge and a fact of history that Indonesia and Russia have a relationship. What we have to focus on is our own relationship with Indonesia, and that's what we've done. So the first visit, bilateral visit by the Prime Minister to Indonesia, my engagement and the Deputy Prime Minister's engagement, as well as engagement through many other avenues. For example, the Southeast Asian Economic Strategy that we are engaged in. Indonesia is a key part of that. We've had very high-profile visits and delegations. And, you know, Mr. Dutton, he gave a speech a couple of weeks before the election, which was billed as his great foreign policy speech. He did not mention Indonesia. And now he wants you to believe he's up to this job. But the most concerning thing for me is that he said that President Prabowo had made a statement. That was not true. And if you looked at his press conference before, you know, he wasn't prepared to fess up. That's what happened. He knows he's made a mistake, but he's not prepared to admit it.
Did the Australian government know about this Russian request before the James report was published?
I refer to my earlier answer. It's not responsible for me to canvass what Australia knows about Russia's activities through the media. I would say to you two things. Russia is active in our region. Russia has a long-standing relationship with countries of the region, including Indonesia. What we should focus on is our relationship, the work that we do. I would make this point. You know, we are working with Indonesia across so many domains, whether that's economic, diplomatic, or defence. And the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Miles, signed with Indonesia the first defence cooperation agreement with them last year.
Does this development concern you?
Look, you know, I am very clear, and the government is very clear, that Australia's security and sovereignty and stability, Australia's security and stability lies in our region. You would have heard me speak about, region, relationships and rules. You know, that is the way we think about how we assure Australia's interests in the context of foreign policy. Our region, our relationships and our rules. That is why we have spent so much time working in our region. Like in the first year as Foreign Minister, I visited every member of ASEAN. I visited every member that's Association of Southeast Asian Nations. I visited every member of the Pacific Islands Forum. Mr. Dutton is the one who joked about water lapping at the door. That's what people remember. Okay. Thank you.